She disappeared for a weekend and came back saying, "I married someone else while drunk in Vegas, but I love you." I said, "That's bigamy." I called the police. She was arrested in our kitchen, while her new husband called asking for bail money. I, 32 male, am sitting in my apartment right now, still trying to process what just happened in the last 48 hours. My hands are shaking typing this, but I need to get it out somewhere. My girlfriend of 4 years left Thursday morning for what she said was a girls' weekend in Vegas. Her best friend was turning 30. Big celebration, the usual. I dropped her at the airport, kissed her goodbye, told her to have fun. Normal stuff. Saturday afternoon, I'm watching football, eating leftover pizza when she walks through the door. Early, like a full day early. She's got this weird energy, not happy, not sad, just off. "Hey babe, you're back early. Everything okay?" She drops her bag and just stands there looking at me. Then she says it. "So something happened in Vegas and I need to tell you before you find out another way." My stomach dropped. Cheating. Had to be cheating. I muted the TV. "Okay. I got married." I actually laughed, like genuinely thought she was joking. Friday night, we were so drunk, and there was this guy I knew from college, and we went to one of those chapels, and I married him. But it doesn't mean anything. I was wasted. "I love you. You're the one I want to be with." I just stared at her. She married someone. While we were together. While we were literally talking about moving in together officially next month. "You married someone else. It was a mistake. A drunken mistake, we can get it annulled, it's not real." "That's bigamy," I said. My voice was weirdly calm. "You can't be married to two people." "We're not married," she practically yelled. "We're just dating. We've been together 4 years. We have a joint lease. You have a key to my apartment. We were literally ring shopping last month." She started crying. I know, and I'm so sorry. But I came back to you. That has to mean something." Here's where it gets interesting. I stood up, walked to my bedroom, and called 911. She followed me. "What are you doing? Reporting a crime." "What? Are you insane?" The dispatcher answered. 911, what's your emergency?" "Hi, yes, my girlfriend just told me she got married to someone else this weekend in Nevada. We're in a committed relationship, and she never ended things with me. I believe that's bigamy." My girlfriend's face went white. Started grabbing for my phone. "Hang up! Hang up!" The dispatcher sounded confused. "Sir, can you clarify the situation?" My girlfriend of 4 years went to Vegas for the weekend and married another man. She's telling me it doesn't count because she was drunk, but as far as I know, we're still together. She still lives here part-time, and she just committed bigamy. "Sir, bigamy is a felony in this state. Are you wanting to press charges?" "Yes." My girlfriend started full-on panicking, grabbing my arm, trying to take the phone. "Please don't do this. It was a mistake." The dispatcher asked for our address. I gave it. They said officers were on the way. She collapsed on my couch, hyperventilating. "You're ruining my life over a stupid drunken mistake. You married someone else. I love you. You married someone else yesterday and came home today like it's no big deal. That's not how this works." 20 minutes later, there's a knock. 2 officers. I let them in. She's still on the couch, now just staring at the wall in shock. "You called about a bigamy situation?" I explained everything. Showed them our lease agreement showing she's been living here for 2 years. Showed them texts from last week about furniture shopping. Showed them the photos she posted on Instagram Friday night, her and some guy I'd never seen before, holding up a marriage certificate, captioned, "Crazy night, Vegas baby." The female officer looked at her. "Ma'am, did you get married in Las Vegas on Friday, November 3rd? She nodded, crying. "And you're currently in a relationship with this gentleman?" "Yes, but we're not married. Are you legally married to him?" "No." I pulled up our joint lease again. "We've been committed for 4 years, officer. She has belongings here. We were looking at buying a house together. She told her family we were engaged." My girlfriend's head snapped to me. "I never told them we were engaged. Your mom asked me about ring preferences last month. Your dad called me son at Thanksgiving." The male officer was reading something on his phone. "Ma'am, in this state, bigamy is defined as knowingly entering into a marriage while still being married or in a recognized domestic partnership. Your living situation and length of relationship could constitute a domestic partnership. But we never signed anything. The female officer looked at me. Sir, do you want to press charges? Yes. No. My girlfriend jumped up. Please, I'll get it annulled today. Right now, I'll call the Vegas chapel. Ma'am, you're going to need to come with us. That's when her phone rang. She looked at it and her face somehow got paler. She answered on speaker by accident. Baby, I've been trying to call you. Did you make it home okay? Male voice. Sounded young. She fumbled with the phone, took it off speaker. Now's not a good time. But we all heard him. I know you said you needed to talk to your roommate, but I miss you already. Can't believe I married the girl I've been in love with since sophomore year. The officers looked at each other, then at her. She hung up, started crying harder. Ma'am, you need to come with us to the station. They read her rights while she sobbed about how this was all a misunderstanding. Put her in cuffs when she tried to run to the bathroom. As they were walking her out, her phone rang again. Same guy. The male officer picked it up from where she'd dropped it on the couch. This is Officer Reynolds. Your wife is being arrested for bigamy. Who am I speaking to? I could hear yelling through the phone. The officer moved to the hallway, but I heard bits. Married, yes sir. Felony charge. No, she can't come to the phone. Then he came back in. Sir, there's a gentleman claiming to be her husband asking about bail. Do you know how to contact her family? Her parents live 2 hours north. I have their number. We'll need to inform them. She gets one phone call from the station. They took her. I stood in my suddenly very quiet apartment, staring at the spot on the couch where she'd been sitting 10 minutes ago. My phone buzzed. Text from her best friend, the birthday girl. WTF happened? She just called me crying saying you called the cops on her. I didn't respond. Just sat down and tried to process that my girlfriend of 4 years just got arrested in my kitchen for marrying someone else. What the actual hell? Update 1? 48 hours later. Okay, so the last 2 days have been absolutely batshit, and I need to update because holy crap. First, to everyone asking if I regret calling the cops. Nope, not even a little bit. She married someone else while we were together and thought she could just come home and continue like normal. The audacity is insane. So she got taken to the station Saturday evening. Apparently she used her one call to phone her mom, who immediately called me screaming. How dare you have my daughter arrested? She made a mistake. She committed a felony. She was drunk. It doesn't count. Pretty sure judges don't care if you were drunk when you commit crimes, but okay. Her mom hung up on me. Called back 5 minutes later, different approach. Crying now. Please drop the charges. She's scared and alone, and this will ruin her life. She loves you so much, she came home to you. After marrying someone else. Please, I'm begging you, she's my baby girl. I felt bad for her mom, genuinely, but not bad enough. I'm not dropping anything. They held her overnight because it was Saturday and couldn't see a judge until Monday morning. Her dad started calling Sunday. Way more aggressive than her mom. You're a vindictive little prick, you know that? Ruining her life over a Vegas wedding that doesn't even count. It counts legally. It was a joke. Jokes don't require marriage licenses. I should come down there and beat some sense into you. Cool, that's assault. Want to join her in jail? He hung up. But here's where it gets good. Sunday afternoon, I'm trying to relax when someone starts pounding on my door. I check the peephole. It's a guy I've never seen before. Late 20s, khakis, polo shirt, looking stressed as hell. Can I help you? Are you him? Are you her boyfriend? Oh, Vegas husband. Who's asking? I'm her husband. I need to talk to you. I opened the door but kept the chain on. Talk. Look, man, I don't know what she told you, but we're married. Legally married. She loves me. We were together in college and reconnected, and Friday night was it was magical. Then she said she needed to come home and handle some logistics with her roommate. I'm not her roommate. I'm her boyfriend of 4 years. His face did something complicated. What? Boyfriend? 4 years. We were talking about buying a house. No. She said she was single. She said her last relationship ended 2 years ago. Weird, because we celebrated our anniversary in July. He looked like he might throw up. Pulled out his phone, started scrolling. Showed me photos of them together, at a restaurant, at a pool, in bed. I looked away from that one real quick. all from Friday and Saturday morning. She told me she came here to end things with her roommate and pack her stuff. She was supposed to come back to Vegas next weekend so we could start looking for apartments together. I almost felt bad for him. Almost. Dude, she lives here. Like half her clothes are in that closet, her toothbrush is in the bathroom, we have a joint lease. Joint? No. No. She said. He looked desperate. Where is she? County jail. Arrested for bigamy. For what? You can't be married to two people. She was in a relationship with me when she married you. That's a felony. He started freaking out. Oh my God, I could get in trouble for this. I didn't know. You're probably fine. You didn't know. She did. I need to. He was pacing in the hallway now. I need to get this annulled. Like immediately. My parents are gonna kill me. I told them I married my college sweetheart. Yeah, well, your college sweetheart failed to mention her current boyfriend. He left, mumbling about lawyers and annulments and how he'd maxed out his credit card on the wedding night hotel suite. Monday morning, I got called to give a statement at the police station. Brought all my evidence. Lease, photos of us together, texts, screenshots of her telling her family we were serious. The detective handling it seemed almost amused. This is the weirdest case I've seen in 5 years. She really thought she could come home and just, have two husbands? Apparently. The guy from Vegas contacted us too. He's cooperating fully, filing for annulment. Says he had no idea she was in a relationship. Yeah, he showed up at my apartment yesterday having a meltdown. The detective raised his eyebrows. Did he threaten you? Nah, just panicked. Feel bad for him, honestly. He got played too. Court was Monday afternoon. She got a public defender who tried to argue that since she and I weren't legally married, it shouldn't count as bigamy. The prosecutor shut that down fast, showed the judge our lease, my statement, statements from her parents who admitted we were serious, texts between her and Vegas' husband proving she knew she was still with me. The judge was not amused. Set bail at $15,000. Her parents didn't have that kind of cash laying around. Guess who called me Monday night? Vegas' husband. She called me from jail asking me to bail her out. I actually laughed. Would you tell her? I told her I'm filing for annulment and never want to see her again. Then I called to ask if you're serious about pressing charges. Dead serious. Good. She lied to both of us. She deserves whatever she gets. We talked for like 20 minutes. He's actually a decent guy. Software engineer, thought he was marrying the love of his life. Completely blindsided. His parents are horrified. His mom called her a con artist. He asked if we could both submit statements for the annulment showing she defrauded him. I said sure. As of right now, she's still in jail because nobody will post bail. Her parents are mad at me for forcing them into this situation. Her best friend blocked me on everything after I wouldn't admit I overreacted. My group chat with my boys has been going off. They think this is the wildest thing they've ever heard. One of them suggested I write a book. Tomorrow she has another hearing. No idea what happens next, but I'm seeing this through. Update 2. 1 week later. The situation has gone completely off the rails, and honestly, I'm just documenting it now because it's so absurd. Her parents finally scraped together enough to bail her out Wednesday. She came by the apartment Thursday morning with her dad. I watched on my security camera installed that Monday because I'm not stupid, as she tried her key. Didn't work. Changed the locks Tuesday. Her dad started yelling at the door. Open up. She needs to get her things. I called through the door. She can schedule a time to pick them up with a police escort present. Not letting her in otherwise. More yelling, threats about lawyers. I didn't open the door. They finally left. Thursday afternoon my phone starts blowing up. Her mom, her aunts, her cousins, all calling me every name in the book. Apparently, the family group chat decided I'm the villain and manipulating the legal system. Her mom left a voicemail. You know she didn't mean it. You know she loves you. You're doing this because you're a controlling, abusive man who can't handle that she had a moment of freedom. A moment of freedom. That's what we're calling bigamy now. But wait, it gets dumber. Friday I get a Facebook message from Vegas' husband. His name's actually something generic, but I'm just calling him Vegas because that's easier. Dude, you need to see this. He sends me screenshots. She'd been messaging him for 3 months before the Vegas trip. Not just friendly catching up, full-on emotional affair. Talking about leaving me, talking about how unfulfilled she was, how she settled for stability but wanted passion. In one message from September, she literally wrote, "I just need to figure out how to break up with him without losing the apartment. Maybe I can stay until we find a place together." Vegas was pissed. She played both of us. She wanted to secure me before leaving you. The whole drunk Vegas mistake thing was planned. The annulment hearing was Monday. I showed up to submit my statement like I promised Vegas I would. Saw her there with her public defender, looking miserable. The judge granted the annulment in about 5 minutes. Cited fraud, deception, and the bigamy charges pending against her. Her lawyer tried to argue she was emotionally compromised, but the messages Vegas provided killed that defense. After the hearing, her mom tried to approach me in the hallway. Security stopped her because apparently she'd been flagged for the yelling at the courthouse earlier. Tuesday was the preliminary hearing for the criminal charges. This is where things got really interesting. Her public defender tried a new strategy, claiming she was the victim of coercive control in our relationship, and the Vegas marriage was her escape attempt. I sat there listening to this woman describe me as controlling, isolating, financially abusive. Said I forced her to live with me, trapped her in the relationship, and she married Vegas as a cry for help. My lawyer, yeah, I hired one because this was getting insane, stood up with receipts. Bank records showing we had completely separate finances. Her social media full of posts about how blessed and happy she was with me. Text messages from her suggesting we get a joint lease. Character witness statements from my friends, my family, even my ex-girlfriend saying I'm not controlling. The messages between her and Vegas proving she was planning to leave me strategically, not escaping me. The judge looked tired. "Counselor, your client knowingly entered into a second marriage while in a committed relationship with the complainant. She then attempted to maintain both relationships simultaneously. That's textbook bigamy. The coercive control argument doesn't hold water when the evidence shows she was planning this for months. Set a trial date for January." She looked defeated. Outside the courthouse, Vegas was waiting. We grabbed coffee because at this point we're trauma bonded or something. "My parents want to sue her for the wedding costs," he said. "Hotel, chapel, rings, flights, like $6,000 total." "Do it. You think?" "Dude, she lied to both of us. She was gonna string you along while keeping me as her backup plan. Take her for everything." He laughed, but it was bitter. "My mom called her a predator, like actually used that word." We talked for over an hour. Turns out she told him I was just a roommate who had a crush on her. Told him she was planning to move to Vegas permanently. Even talked about him meeting her parents over Christmas. All lies. Every single bit. Her best friend tried to add me back on Instagram to explain her side. I ignored it. Then she made a burner account and sent me a novel about how her friend was going through something and made mistakes but doesn't deserve this. I replied, "She committed a felony. Actions have consequences. Leave me alone." Blocked. Yesterday, her dad called from a new number. Different tone this time. Defeated. "Look, I know you're mad. I get it. But she's our daughter. The trial is going to destroy her. Criminal record, possible jail time, her whole future gone. Can you please consider dropping the charges?" "No. What if she apologizes? What if she pays you back for..." "Pays me back for what? She didn't steal money. She married someone else. There's no refund for that." "You're really going to ruin her life over this?" "She ruined her own life. I just reported the crime." "You're heartless." "I'm consistent. She committed bigamy. She's facing the consequences. That's how this works." He hung up. This morning I got a letter in the mail from her. Handwritten. 4 pages. I'm not going to quote the whole thing, but the highlights. "She loves me and always has. Vegas was a mistake made in a moment of weakness. She was confused about what she wanted. She's getting therapy now and working on herself. If I drop the charges, she'll spend the rest of her life making it up to me. We can start over and build something even stronger. At the end, please, I'm begging you. I can't go to prison. I'll do anything. Just please drop the charges and take me back." I read it twice. Felt nothing. Maybe that's messed up, but I just felt empty reading it. Texted my lawyer. She sent me a letter trying to get me to drop charges. What do I do? Don't respond to her directly. Forward it to me. Could be considered witness tampering depending on content. So now her heartfelt apology letter might get her in more trouble. Trials in January. Her parents hate me. Her whole family thinks I'm the villain. Vegas is suing her. She's looking at up to 3 years in prison if convicted. And me? I'm just existing, working, hanging out with friends, watching football. Living my life like normal, except my girlfriend of 4 years is facing felony charges for marrying someone else. Wild doesn't even begin to cover it. Final update. 2 months later. Alright, final update because this saga is finally over and I need to close this chapter of my life. The trial happened last week. Took 2 days. I had to testify, which sucked, but my lawyer prepped me well. Her defense was still trying to paint me as controlling and the marriage as an escape attempt. Didn't work. The prosecution brought in the messages between her and Vegas, showing months of planning, her social media posts about our perfect relationship, posted days before the Vegas trip, testimony from Vegas about how she lied to him about being single, my testimony about how she came home acting like nothing happened, the Instagram photo of her in Vegas with the marriage certificate where she looked thrilled. The jury took 3 hours to convict. Guilty of bigamy in the 3rd degree. Sentencing was yesterday. The judge gave her 2 years probation, 200 hours community service, and a $5,000 fine. No jail time because it's her first offense, and her lawyer argued she's already suffered enough with the public humiliation and job loss. Yeah, she got fired when her employer found out. Her parents were in the courtroom. Her mom sobbed through the whole thing. Her dad stared at me like he wanted to murder me. I stared straight ahead and felt relieved. It was over. Outside the courthouse, her best friend tried to confront me. Happy now? You destroyed her life. She destroyed her own life when she married someone else. She made a mistake. Mistakes are forgetting to buy milk. She planned an affair for 3 months, married the guy, and tried to keep both of us on the hook. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. She called me something I won't repeat and stormed off. Vegas texted me, saw the news. 2 years probation? Yup. My parents' lawsuit is still going forward, BTW. Our lawyer says we have a strong case for fraud. Good luck, man. You too. Thanks for having my back through this. Weirdest friendship I've ever had, but honestly, he's a solid dude. We're not like hanging out or anything, but we message occasionally. He's in therapy, processing everything, said his trust in women is basically destroyed, which, yeah, I get it. As for me, I moved. Couldn't stay in that apartment with all the memories. Found a smaller place across town, month-to-month lease, just me. It's quiet. Nice. Started therapy too because apparently going through something this bizarre messes with your head. My therapist asked if I had any regrets about how I handled it. Honest answer? No. Maybe that makes me cold. Maybe I should feel bad that she has a criminal record now. But every time I think about feeling guilty, I remember her standing in my living room saying, I married someone else, but I love you. Like that was somehow supposed to make it okay. She tried to have it all. The stability and comfort of our relationship, plus the excitement of the Vegas guy. When she got caught, she tried to make me the villain for not accepting her mistake. That's not how life works. Her parents sent me a bill for her legal fees. Like, actually mailed me an invoice for $8,000. I sent it back with LOL no written on it. Haven't heard from them since. The apartment complex let me out of the joint lease early when I showed them the court documents. She's apparently living with her parents now, working retail to pay off the fine and court costs. I ran into one of her cousins at the grocery store last week. She saw me and immediately turned around and walked the other way. Fine by me. My friends ask if I'm dating yet. Not really. Went on a few dates through apps, but I'm not feeling it. Trust issues are real. Every time a woman mentions an ex or a friend, I get paranoid. Working on that in therapy. My family's been great though. My sister called the whole situation the most insane thing she's ever heard outside of a reality show. My mom keeps sending me care packages with snacks and notes that say, proud of you for standing up for yourself. Vegas sent me a message yesterday. Settlement offer came through. She's paying us back $4,200 for wedding expenses. Parents made her settle to avoid trial. At least he's getting something back. Me? I didn't lose any money in this. Just 4 years and a lot of emotional energy. But I learned something valuable. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. She showed me she was someone who could marry another person while in a relationship with me and think that was acceptable. Who could plan an affair for months and call it a drunken mistake. Who could try to manipulate 2 men simultaneously and feel entitled to both. I believed her. And I acted accordingly. Some people think I went too far calling the cops, that I should have just broken up with her and moved on. But here's the thing, she committed a crime, an actual felony. And she did it thinking there would be no consequences because I'd be too in love or too understanding to do anything about it. She was wrong. I'm not heartless, I'm not vindictive, I just have boundaries, and she crossed them in the most spectacular way possible. So yeah, that's how my girlfriend of 4 years ended up with a criminal record for bigamy. That's how I ended up testifying against her in court. That's how I ended up trauma bonded with her Vegas husband over coffee. Life's weird, man. Anyway, I'm done updating, moving forward. Maybe I'll be ready to trust someone again eventually. Maybe not. Either way, I know I'll never tolerate that level of disrespect again. To everyone who followed this mess, thanks for the support. And to anyone out there dealing with something similar, trust your gut. When something feels wrong, it probably is. And when someone commits a literal crime against your relationship, you don't owe them forgiveness just because they cry about consequences. Peace out, Reddit. I'm gonna go live my life now. She mocked me in front of her family. He still thinks he's going to make it as a musician. I smiled. Maybe one day. That night, I sold the rights to a song I wrote about her for 6 figures. She found out when it played on the radio. Original post. I, 31 male, have been with Veronica, 29, for 4 years. We met when I was playing a small gig at a local bar. She said she loved that I was passionate about music. Back then, she'd sit front row at every show, telling everyone her boyfriend was going to be famous someday. That was before reality set in for her. See, I work construction during the day. Good, honest work that pays the bills. Music happens nights and weekends. I've been grinding for years, writing, recording in my buddy's home studio, playing wherever they'll have me. Made maybe $8,000 from music last year. Not quitting my day job numbers, but I was building something. Veronica's tolerance for my hobby started wearing thin about 2 years ago. The eye rolls when I mentioned a new song, the sighs when I had a gig, the "can't you just watch TV like a normal person" comments. Last month was her sister Natalie's engagement party. Big fancy affair at her parents' country club. I'm there in my only suit, trying to make small talk with her dad's golf buddies. Her uncle Richard, few drinks in, asks what I do. Before I can answer, Veronica jumps in. He works construction, she says, then adds with this little laugh, he still thinks he's going to make it as a musician. The whole table goes quiet for a second. Her mom Patricia smirks. Her dad Harold shakes his head. Her sister's fiancé, investment banker type, actually snorts. How old are you again? Richard asks. 31, I say. Bit old for rock star dreams, no? He's not even trying to hide the condescension. Veronica piles on. I keep telling him, but he insists on wasting money on studio time. Last month he spent $400 recording some song about, what was it, honey? Lost love or something equally original. Everyone laughs. She's describing the song I wrote about her, about us, when things were good. Maybe one day, I said quietly, forcing a smile. That's what he always says, Veronica announces to the table. Maybe one day. Meanwhile, I'm the one planning our actual future while he plays make-believe. Her mom chimes in. Veronica's so patient. Fast, most women wouldn't put up with it. I excused myself to the bathroom. Sat in a stall for 5 minutes, just breathing. See, what Veronica didn't know, what I hadn't told her yet, was that 2 weeks earlier, a music supervisor had reached out about one of my songs, the one about her actually. They wanted it for a new Netflix series. The offer was sitting in my email, unsigned. I'd been waiting for the right moment to tell her. Guess I found it. That night, after we got home and she passed out, wine hits different when you're busy humiliating your boyfriend, I opened my laptop, read the contract one more time. $125,000 for full rights plus residuals. The song I wrote about the woman I loved who just spent the evening treating me like a punchline. I signed it, sent it back at 2:47 a.m. Then I opened a new bank account. Just mine. Update 1, it's been 3 weeks since the engagement party. The check cleared 2 days ago, $87,500 after taxes and fees. Still haven't told Veronica, but something interesting happened yesterday. We're at dinner, her choice, this overpriced place downtown. She's going on about her friend Madison's boyfriend. He just bought her a Tesla. Can you imagine? Must be nice dating someone with actual ambition. I'm cutting my steak, staying quiet. I mean, Madison doesn't have to worry about her boyfriend playing dress-up rock star at his age. That's nice for Madison, I say. She sighs dramatically. I just feel like I'm the only one thinking about our future. Do you know how embarrassing it was at Natalie's party? Everyone else talking about promotions and investments, and I have to explain my boyfriend still chasing teenage dreams? I work full-time in construction, make decent money. That's not a career, that's a job. And the music thing, honestly, it's getting pathetic. Pathetic, I repeat. Don't be sensitive. I'm trying to help you see reality. You're not 20 anymore. It's time to grow up. Our server chooses that moment to appear. Can I get you anything else? Just the check, I say. Veronica orders dessert. While she's eating her $18 chocolate whatever, her phone buzzes. Natalie. Oh my God, Veronica squeals. Natalie just heard this amazing new song on her Netflix show. She's obsessed. My stomach drops. No way. She's reading texts. She says it's called When You Knew Me. That's such a basic title, but apparently it's beautiful. The show's music supervisor is calling it the find of the year. I take a sip of water. God, see, this is what real musicians do. They get their music on actual shows, not play open mics at dive bars. Maybe the artist played dive bars too, I suggest, before making it. She rolls her eyes. Please, whoever wrote this probably went to Juilliard or something. Real training, real talent. The song she's praising? I wrote it on our 2nd anniversary. It's about the night she told me she loved me for the first time. Every word was about her. Anyway, she continues, this is what I mean. Either you have it or you don't. And baby, she reaches over, pats my hand condescendingly. You tried. That's what matters. I pay the check. Leave a 30% tip because our server doesn't deserve to deal with Veronica's energy for standard 20%. In the car, she connects her phone to Bluetooth. Let me play you this song, maybe you'll learn something. My voice fills the car, my guitar, my words about her. Isn't it incredible? She sighs. The emotion, the authenticity. Yeah, I say. Incredible. Update 2. The Netflix show premiered last Friday. When You Knew Me plays during the main couple's first kiss. It's already trending on TikTok. I still haven't told Veronica, but Saturday morning things got interesting. I'm making coffee when she storms into the kitchen, phone in hand. This is unbelievable. The song from the show, some nobody wrote it, not even a real musician. Oh, Natalie did some digging. The artist is credited as Jay Morrison, probably a fake name. No social media, no other songs, nothing. It's probably some industry plant. Jay Morrison, my first initial, my middle name. Maybe they want privacy, I suggest. Privacy? She laughs. Who writes a song that good and wants privacy? It's suspicious. Probably some rich kid whose daddy bought them a music career. Her phone rings. Patricia. Hi, Mom? Yeah, I saw. No, nobody knows who it is. I know, right? That's what I said. She walks into the living room, but I can still hear her. At least someone our age is making something of themselves. Unlike some people. No, he's still doing the construction thing. The music? Please. Last week he played a bar with 12 people there. 12, Mom. I pull out my phone. The bank app shows my balance. More money than I've ever had. From one song she inspired, that she loves, that she has no idea came from the man she's mocking. That night, she's on her laptop, scrolling through music blogs. Look, they're saying Jay Morrison got 6 figures for the song rights. 6 figures for one song. Good for them, I say. Meanwhile, you spent all last month working on that demo nobody will ever hear. Actually, about that. Oh, God, please don't tell me you're planning another vanity project. How much did you waste on studio time this month? None. Really? She looks skeptical. Finally coming to your senses? Something like that. She comes over, sits on my lap. First affection she's shown in weeks. Baby, I know I'm hard on you sometimes, but it's because I care. I just want us to have a real future. Maybe it's time to think about next steps. Natalie's wedding is making me think about ours. Ours? Well, eventually, once you get more stable. Maybe get into management at the construction company, and obviously after you give up the music thing completely. Obviously. I mean, can you imagine if Natalie knew you were still playing those sad little gigs? She already thinks it's weird you're not more established at your age. What do you think? She sighs. I think I've been very patient. Most women wouldn't wait around while their boyfriend plays pretend. You're right, I say. You've been patient. She smiles, kisses me. See, you can be reasonable when you try. That night, while she's asleep, I look at apartments online. 1 bedrooms. Just for me. Update 3 Monday morning, everything changed. I'm at work, laying foundation when my phone starts blowing up. Texts from numbers I don't recognize. My buddy Tony comes running over. Dude, you're on the radio. What? He's got his phone out, streaming the local station. The DJ's voice booms, and that was When You Knew Me by Jay Morrison, the mystery artist taking the world by storm. This song has blown up so fast, even we don't know who this person is. If you're out there, Jay Morrison, call us. The people want to know. My phone rings. Veronica. I let it go to voicemail. Then it rings again, and again. Text from Veronica, call me now. Another, the song on the radio. Another, Jay Morrison, Jake Morrison? I turn my phone off, finish my shift. Drive home the long way. When I finally get there, Veronica's car is in the driveway, Natalie's too, and Patricia's. Deep breath. I walk in, they're all in the living room. Veronica's been crying, mascara streaks down her face. Patricia looks like she's been slapped. Natalie's on her phone, probably Googling. Is it true? Veronica's voice is tiny. Is what true? Don't. She stands up. Jay Morrison, Jake Morrison. The song? It's about me, isn't it? The night at the pier when I said, oh my God, it's about me. Yeah, I say. It's about you. You sold it for 6 figures and didn't tell me? Technically, $125,000. But yeah, Patricia stands up. You had $125,000 and didn't tell my daughter? That's financial deception. We're not married. We don't share finances. My money, my business. Natalie looks up from her phone. It says here the song's already been streamed 4 million times. The residuals alone. Residuals? Veronica's voice cracks. There's more money? Probably. Depends on how long it stays popular. How could you not tell me we're partners? Are we? Because at your sister's party, you introduced me as your boyfriend who still thinks he's going to make it as a musician. Remember? She goes pale. You said I was pathetic, that I was playing make-believe, that you were embarrassed of me. I was trying to motivate you by humiliating me in front of your entire family? Patricia interjects. She was being realistic. Nobody makes it in music. I just did. Silence. Natalie breaks it. So, you're rich now? I'm comfortable and single. What? Veronica screams. You can't break up with me. I supported you. You mocked me, publicly, repeatedly. I loved you. You loved the idea of fixing me, of turning me into someone else. She's full-on sobbing now. The song is about me. I deserve half that money. I actually laugh. What? Patricia steps forward. She's right. That song is about Veronica, her story, her moment. You profited off her. I profited off my own talent, writing about my own experience. We'll sue, Patricia threatens. For what? Writing a song about my own relationship? Good luck with that. Natalie, ever practical. Mom, he's right. There's no legal claim here. Veronica turns on her sister. You're taking his side. I'm not taking sides. I'm being realistic. Get out, Veronica screams at me. Get out of my house. Your house? I pay half the rent. I'm on the lease. I'll call the cops. And tell them what? Your boyfriend sold a song and you're mad about it? She collapses on the couch, defeated. Then quieter. Where will I go? That's not my problem anymore. Patricia gasps. You're kicking her out? No, I'm leaving. Lease is up in 2 months. She can figure out if she wants to stay or go. I head to the bedroom, start packing. Veronica follows. Please. Jake, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean those things. Yeah, you did. I was embarrassed. My family kept asking when you'd grow up, and instead of defending me, you joined them. I'll change. I'll support your music. Now you'll support it? When it's profitable? She grabs my arm. We can use the money for a wedding, our future. I pull away. There is no hour anymore. You wrote that song about me, about us. You loved me. I did. Past tense. That song is about who you were, who I thought you were, before you showed me who you really are. I zip up my bag. This is cruel, she whispers. You're being cruel. No, cruel was letting your family laugh at me. Cruel was calling my dreams pathetic. Cruel was being ashamed of who I am. I leave, check into a hotel, turn my phone off again. Update 4, it's been 5 days since I left. I turned my phone back on this morning. 89 texts from Veronica, 31 missed calls, 14 voicemails. Selected highlights. You're a liar and a fake, using me for your stupid song. Please come back, we can work this out. I'm keeping all the furniture, I love you, I've always loved you. My lawyer says I have a case. I'm sorry, please just talk to me. You owe me, 4 years together. Also 23 texts from Patricia, ranging from threats to negotiations to offering me her blessing to marry Veronica if I come back. But the interesting ones were from Natalie. Jake, I'm sorry about everything. For what it's worth, I always liked your music. Veronica's having a meltdown. She called into work sick all week. Mom's enabling her, saying you're the villain. But honestly, she brought this on herself. Congrats on the song. It really is beautiful. And then yesterday, heads up, Veronica's been posting on social media. It's not good. I check Instagram. Veronica's public account, usually full of selfies and brunch pics, now has a series of posts. When someone you loved and trusted betrays you for money. 4 years of supporting someone's dreams just to be thrown away when they make it. He wrote a song about me and didn't even tell me it was being sold. Now he's acting like the victim. The comments are mixed. Some friends rallying to her side, but others, not so much. One comment stands out from someone named Derek. Didn't you mock him for being a musician at Nat's party? Multiple people heard you. Veronica's response. That was taken out of context. You literally called him pathetic. I was there. She deleted Derek's comments, but screenshots were already circulating. Then this morning, a new development. Email from Netflix's music supervisor. Mr. Morrison, congratulations on the success of When You Knew Me. We're interested in featuring more of your work. Do you have other songs available? We're particularly interested in exclusive rights to your catalog for our upcoming series. Budget is substantial. Please contact us at your earliest convenience. Substantial budget. For my catalog. The catalog Veronica said was worthless. I'm meeting with them tomorrow, in person. They're flying me out to LA. But first, I need to handle the apartment situation. I text Veronica, I'll come by tomorrow at 2 p.m. to get my equipment and remaining clothes. Please don't be there. Her response is immediate. We need to talk, please. Just give me 5 minutes. No. You can't just end 4 years without a conversation. Watch me. I'll be there when you come. You can't avoid me forever. Then I'll bring witnesses. Witnesses? For what? To ensure you don't make false accusations or try to claim I took anything that isn't mine. I would never. Like you'd never mock me publicly? Like you'd never call my music pathetic? No response to that. Update 5, went to get my stuff today. Brought Tony and my cousin Miguel as witnesses. Good thing too. Veronica was there, but she wasn't alone. Patricia was with her, and some guy in a cheap suit. This is my lawyer, Veronica announced as we walked in. Mr. Garrett? The lawyer looked about 25 and nervous as hell. Pretty sure he was some paralegal Patricia knew. My client believes she's entitled to compensation, he started reading from a notepad, for emotional distress and creative contribution to the song in question. Miguel, who actually is a lawyer, laughed. Creative contribution? Did she write any lyrics, compose any melody, play any instruments? She inspired it, the kid stammered. Inspiration isn't ownership, Miguel said. Every song ever written was inspired by something or someone. You have no case. Patricia stepped forward. This is about morality, not legality. He used my daughter. Your daughter used me as a punchline, I said, starting to pack my recording equipment. For years. I supported you, Veronica cried. Emotionally, that has value. You're right, I said. It does, about $0, which is what you contributed financially to my music career. I came to your shows. When? You haven't been to a single gig in the past year. I was busy, but not too busy to mock me at every opportunity. Tony and Miguel helped me load my guitars, interface, microphones, all the gear I'd bought with my construction money, while Veronica called it wasting money on toys. As I was packing the last box, Veronica pulled out her phone. If you leave, I'm posting this. She showed me a video. It was her, crying, with the song playing in the background. My ex-boyfriend wrote this song about me, sold it for 6 figures, and left me with nothing. I supported him for 4 years, believed in his dream when no one else did, and this is how he repays me. Please share this so everyone knows what kind of person Jake Morrison really is. Post it, I said. What? Post it. Tell the world. In fact, mention that I'm Jay Morrison. Give me the publicity. She blinked, confused. You think this makes you look good? I continued. Crying over money you're not entitled to? For a song about a relationship you disrespected? People will take my side. Some will. The ones who think being in proximity to success entitles them to a piece of it. But anyone with sense will see the truth. Patricia grabbed the phone. We'll ruin you. Miguel stepped in. Actually, if you post defamatory content about my client, we'll pursue legal action. And unlike your paralegal here, I actually know what I'm doing. The fake lawyer went even paler. I grabbed the last box. Post whatever you want. I've got a flight to catch. Flight? Veronica's voice went up an octave. Where are you going? LA. Meeting with Netflix. They want more of my music. Her face crumbled. More? How much more? All of it. Every song I've written. The songs you played for me? The ones I said weren't good enough? Those exact ones. She lunged forward, grabbing my arm. Please, Jake, please. I was wrong. I see that now. Your music is amazing. I always knew it. No, you didn't. I was scared. Scared of being poor, of struggling. My family put so much pressure on me. And you folded. Every time. I'll stand up to them now. I'll tell them they were wrong. Too late. Patricia tried one last time. You're making a mistake. Veronica loved you. She stayed with you when you had nothing. I had something. I had talent, passion, and drive. She just couldn't see it until it came with a price tag. We left. Veronica was sobbing. Patricia was threatening to call every media outlet she could think of. The paralegal was probably rethinking his career choices. In the car, Tony said, Dude, that was brutal. That was 4 years overdue, I replied. Final update. It's been 3 months since I walked out of that apartment. Time for one last update. The Netflix deal went through. Not just for 1 series, but 3. They bought exclusive rights to 15 of my songs for $1.2 million total. The news hit the trade publications last week. Mystery musician Jay Morrison signs 7-figure deal with Netflix. Veronica found out when everyone else did. She tried to contact me through my manager. Yeah, I have one of those now. Left a message saying she wanted to apologize properly and discuss reconciliation. My manager, bless her, responded that Mr. Morrison is not accepting personal communications at this time. But the real kicker came yesterday. I was having coffee at a spot downtown when Natalie walked in. She saw me, hesitated, then came over. Jake? Hi. Natalie? Can I sit, just for a minute? I nodded. I wanted you to know, Veronica's not doing well. That's not my. I know, not your problem. I'm not here to guilt you. She brought this on herself. We all did, really. How do you mean? She sighed. The family dynamic. We always mocked anyone who didn't follow the traditional path. Doctor, lawyer, banker. Anyone creative was seen as less than. Veronica absorbed that. She loved you in her way, but she was embarrassed because we made her feel like she should be. That's an explanation, not an excuse. I know, I'm not excusing it, just context. She pulled out her phone, showed me Veronica's Instagram. The follower count had dropped by half. The recent posts were all motivational quotes about betrayal and knowing your worth. She lost her job, Natalie said quietly. Kept calling in sick to stalk your social media. Spent all day trying to find proof you cheated or something. The song royalties news broke and she had a breakdown at work. They had to let her go. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you? I thought about it. Yeah, I am. I didn't want her to suffer. I just wanted her to stop making me suffer. Natalie nodded. She's living with our parents now. Mom feeds her delusions, says you'll come back once you get it out of your system. Dad's frustrated, tells her to move on. It's tense. Why are you telling me this? Because I owe you an apology too. I laughed along at that party. I didn't mock you directly, but I didn't stop it either. And that wasn't right. Your music, it's beautiful. You deserved support, not ridicule. Thanks. She stood up. For what it's worth, I'm glad you made it. You proved us all wrong. I didn't do it to prove anything to anyone. No, you did it for you. That's why it worked. She left. I sat there, thinking about how different things could have been if Veronica had just believed. Not even in my success, just in my right to try. My phone buzzed, text from an unknown number. I almost deleted it, then saw the preview. "Jake, this is Harold, Veronica's dad. I wanted to apologize." I deleted it. Some bridges aren't worth rebuilding. Later that night, I played a sold-out show at the venue where Veronica and I first met. 500 people, all there for my music. Music she said no one would ever care about. Before the last song, I said something to the crowd. This next one is about learning the difference between someone who loves you and someone who loves the idea of what you could be for them. It's about choosing yourself when the person you love most chooses their comfort over your dreams. It's called When You Knew Me. And yeah, it's about exactly who you think it's about. The crowd went wild. They all knew the story by now. Social media had done its thing. I played the song that started everything. The song about the night Veronica said she loved me. Back when I believed her. Before I learned that love shouldn't come with conditions about who you're allowed to be. After the show, my manager showed me something on her phone. Veronica had posted a video reaction to my concert footage that someone live-streamed. He's playing our song like I mean nothing. Like our 4 years meant nothing. That stage, that success, that should have been our moment. Instead, he's turned me into a villain in his story, the woman who didn't believe in him. But I did believe. I just wanted security too. Is that so wrong? The comments were brutal. "Girl, you called him pathetic. The internet remembers. You believed in his failure, not his success. Security? You wanted a wallet, not a partner. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." One comment stood out, from Derek again. "I was at that engagement party. You didn't just mock him. You laughed while your family tore him apart. You got exactly what you deserved. Nothing." I asked my manager to block her on all platforms, not out of anger anymore, just exhaustion. It's done. It's been done. Tomorrow, I fly back to LA to work with a Grammy-winning producer on my first full album. The construction job? I gave notice last month. Not because I'm too good for it now, but because music is now paying me enough to focus on it full-time. The thing Veronica said would never happen. The apartment? I bought a house. Small, nothing fancy, but it has a room perfect for a home studio. A real one. Professional treatment, proper gear, the works. The waste of money is now my office. As for dating? Not yet. Trust issues are real. But my therapist says I'm making progress. Learning to separate Veronica's voice from my inner dialogue. To stop hearing pathetic every time I pick up my guitar. The last text I ever sent Veronica was 3 words, "Thanks for nothing." Because that's what she gave me. Nothing but doubt, shame, and mockery. But from that nothing, I built everything. And she gets to watch it all from her parents' couch, knowing she had a front row seat to the dream and chose to laugh at it instead. The song still plays on the radio. Every time it does, she has to hear my voice singing about when she loved me. Before she decided I wasn't enough, before she bet against me, she lost that bet. I won. That's all that matters now.